It's like I don't even have a fence down there. Hello there, and welcome to a very foggy day in Vintage Story. Hope you're having a wonderful day. As you would have seen, I've been doing a bit of work around the house. Actually, I got something to show you over there. We're going to wait a moment. But first, I made up a bunch of copper plates, which I just realized I can't handle because I don't have my tongs on me. We're going to just punch a little hole through the wall here quickly. Go grab our tongs, because we're going to make some candles and some more lanterns so we can actually have some nice lighting. Not including all the fog that we have right now. I need those. Okay. So we have our beeswax. If we look at the recipe for candles, we can either heat them in a pot with flax fiber, and that gets you one candle. But we also have culinary artillery and expanded food, so we can use seed oil. I don't know if that's expanded, if this recipe is expanded food now that I think about it. Anyway, we have peat, we have beeswax, we have rope, and we have seed oil. So, rope in the middle. I just realized I grabbed 4 of each, and I only needed, we had enough peat and beeswax to make 3 crafts, but I only have enough rope to make 2. So we do that, and that gives us 6 candles, which we can then put there along with our blistering hot copper plates and our clear quartz. And now we have 6 copper lanterns. So now we can go around our house and actually finish lighting everything up, especially upstairs, so I don't have to keep dealing with drifters coming down the stairs to attack me constantly. Okay, so that's what I've been working on in addition to all of this. And I had to go into a creative world so I could figure out how exactly do I fit a nice spiral staircase in a 2x2 area. And well, this is how. So let's place that there, and I can remove that one and that one. Like I said, these are fine for small areas, but they're not that great in large rooms. And if we continue upstairs, we reach here where I fall down. Okay, the stairs aren't perfect yet. And then we reach up here where we need light so we don't have any more drifters and whatnot spawning up here on me. But yeah, so I made spiral staircases. They are a full block, which I then chiseled out a diagonal on, as you can see. So we have sort of this fan pattern where it's straight, diagonal, all the way up. I started at the bottom with a support post or support beam and went all the way up to give it its central pillar. And I think that does a nice job making it look like it's being supported by something, not just magically floating. I then tried chiseling the backside down into this sort of shape, but I would need to add something here that kind of connects them, and I was trying, and I couldn't get it to work very well, so I'm going to come back to that in the future. And then I was adding some supports as banisters. This part here is a little hard to do a banister for. And so is, well, this part you won't really need a banister, but this part, yeah, I need more support beams, but then I'll do that too. Alright, so now that we have some lanterns, let's go around and replace some of these with some of these. Remember what I was saying, the lighting is from here or here. So with the oil lamps, that's 11, that's 10, that's 9. That I think is also 9. That's 8, that's spawnable. So with proper lanterns, that's 16 or 18. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. None of that is spawnable. It gets spawnable over here, which is why we can do one of those. And then, well, bring it down a level. And then over here is spawn safe. And we can still use these oil lamps for, like, over here. They will do a fine job in smaller areas. There's some oil lamps in here. Do it on the floor. And then come over here. And we're going to have lanterns on either side of this, which still needs to be shaped. But that's a later task. And I'll put a lantern over on this wall and over here somewhere. But I gotta go get more copper. But yes, this is us at nighttime now. You can see, and we're less likely to be besieged by drifters and other mean things at night. I say less likely because they still have the rifts still have a habit of forming right against my walls. No matter how high or low the rift activity seems to be. Oh, and I made these nice little stairs. Put the door in. I had the stairs there. I moved them out one so that the door actually is flush, and I'll be putting trim on that door. That's how I had that. So this is fine because it's already inside, and we can put the door on this side. It works. So yeah, that's the progress so far. I have not... Well, I can start moving in here now. I just haven't decided where the bed's gonna go or what's going where, and I've still got to make a bit more plaster and put it up there. Turn down here into a living area. You know, like dining table, chairs. I'd put a fireplace, but I don't know where I would put a chimney. Unless you put the fireplace, like... No, because that would cut up right through... I was going to say, because the ovens are here, having the fireplace on this wall would kind of make sense. You have fireplace on either side. But that would cut up right through here, which is a wall. I mean, which is, you know, where the door is to the balcony, so that doesn't quite work. I don't know, maybe we'll do something like a, I guess we could do a fireplace over in this corner and do sort of like a not stovetop. You know what? I forget the word. Do it here and then do a pipe outside instead of a traditional stone chimney. Oh yes, now when it's lit up, it actually looks rather nice in here. Oh, let's check out our bees though. This does currently say 1 day till new frame. It's already populated at least one frame. Now, I don't remember if I can take the brood box off without messing up the timer. So we're going to find that out right now the hard way once I put some stuff down. The brood box off, put it down, take that off, open it. We should have... There are 2 frames that have honey in them. Nice. The rest of those should be empty, yes. Okay, so then we go in here, we go to our frame rack, we put them on, we take our knife, we cut them off, we get 2 to 3 honey each time, and then we can get the frame back, and you see it has the durability. Every time you use a frame, every time you cut the honeycombs off of the frame, it does take damage. And when it's fully damaged, I think just the linen goes away, and you got to put new waxed linen on. But it is reusable. That's got to reset. I saw you trying to get out of your... trying to get out of here again. You can climb right over the walls. I don't even know why I bother with the walls at this point. I gotta figure something out. But that's how you get honey out of your Langstroth hives. I don't know why it's being so cagey before with the staircase here. It's probably going to be my I was going to say screensaver. Thumbnail for the video, so it's not like it's a secret. Anyway, move the bed in here so I can actually start sleeping in my house now that I have a house. or now that I'm finishing the house. And I realized I forgot something on the outside part of the house. Grab some more logs. Do I have my saw? I do not have my saw. There it is. Oh, I got logs in there too. How nice. We're gonna make some storm shutters. And this will get a windowsill like that in the near future. Worry about one thing at a time. So storm shutters, we're just gonna go 2 of these. Make sure I like which direction the grain is going. I think I'm gonna want the grain to be up, down instead of left, right. Yeah, like that. All right. Follow them down. In case you're wondering, the reason I'm doing the... Nope, one more that way. In case you're wondering, the reason I did this with a full block and not just a slab is because the slabs can't be rotated like I just did with the chisel. Okay, so I'm going to want 1 or 2 trim. Oh, 2 trim is fine. Theoretically, I could just do this one and then copy and flip it up there, but we'll just do it this way for now. Alright, and then I'm going to want, like, alternating patterns like this, I think. Do I want to go all the way through so you can see through them or not? Then once we do this, is that... yeah, it's half of it. Let's copy, paste. Then we should just be able to flip. No. Well, what we can do is take this one and make it the bottom one over on the other side. Like that. And then I gotta redo what I did before, but for the top. But that at least gives it a little more... again, a little more shape, a little more... it's not a blank, flat wall when you start doing little things like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a trim around these doors. Very similar to what we have with the windows. Let's do it on one of the upstairs doors. This one here. It's an oak door. So let's... whoop, wrong face. And then both of these already have the wood on them, so doing this should be fine. Then we can put the door back. It kind of gives it a frame, and then what we can do is take this, that, make a debarked log, saw to give us the supports, and then just do one of those. Then we can do it across the top also. I'm gonna line it up better. So it's not like that, but you get the idea. Go and line it up so it becomes a nice corner. And again, gives it a bit of shape. It's not flat. Stands out a little bit, and it's not going to disrupt you walking through, unlike what I tried doing last season with the stone facade over the front, which actually did block you from walking in and out of the door. There we go. Now I just need an apple pie sitting on the windowsill, and we're perfectly set. I want apple pie now. Why did I have to mention apple pie? And this is why I need better lighting. Or a riftboard. Riftboard would work too. I realize it says it's apocalyptic, but this is just obscene. Let's leave them to their own devices outside. I've done a bit more work. We've got I finished up the door frame. It's about as good as I can get it for now. It'll work. I've got shutters on all the windows, including the ones on the outside of the building. There, down there. I don't know if I'm going to put windowsills on the upstairs ones. I might put a windowsill on this one since it is actually accessible. But the ones on the second story aren't. And my elk is out of his pen again. Oh, put a little wall up here so you don't accidentally fall down. Finish the ceiling up here, or all the floor. That's a ceiling and a floor. It's both at the same time. We're going to put window here. And here. And let's see. Yeah, okay. There's no room for another doorway over there. So that will just stay as a very large vaulted ceiling in here. Maybe hang a lantern from the top. Oh yeah, I think that's looking good. Oh, that was close. Still need something. Maybe I will do a window up there just to have a window. It's not going to be accessible, but we'll let light in from inside and it will give this a little more something. We'll just be a blank face. And then what I can do is, if we go look at my other building for a moment, I have those oak logs. They're the quarter oak logs. I don't have any logs on me at the moment, but they are in the walls as a support. They're supposed to be the support beam that runs across the roof. We can do that in here. Well, not inside, but outside in this area. Put them against here, like at this level, make it look like it's holding the floor up, and then have it over there as well. Okay, I need to clear those guys out. They're getting annoying. Yeah, there's a rift in my grapevines. And that's why we need more lanterns to light up the whole area, so I don't have to deal with that anymore. Okay. So we can make quarter logs. I don't remember how to make the quarter logs. Okay, that's simple enough. And then we can put them like there, 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 there. Then grab our chisel and put our hammer in our offhand. It said offhand, not floor. Thank you very much. Chisel them down to something like that. Take a picture, paste. Right, we have those around there. We continue the pattern across here. And it just, again, it gives it a little more texture. It doesn't look flat or, it makes it look like there's something actually going on. We're not going to worry about having the oak logs come across like this. For all that matters, the oak log that this is supporting is buried inside the plaster. But at least it gives it something else. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. But I think I'm going to call it an end here for today. I've spent a fair bit of time just working on the house. No promises, but I think next episode, since we did just harvest all of our crops, so we can leave them alone for a while, I think it's time we take the boat out and travel towards the... I've been told this is pronounced labyrinth, but it looks like lazarette. So maybe next time we'll be covering the next part of the story, chapter 2 story. We'll see. Until then, thank you for joining me today. Hope you've had a wonderful day. Thank you to my channel members for your support, and I'll see you next time. Later.